How to succeed in watching a musical. Please turn off your cellular device. This is 1962. Please remain seated during the performance. If you need to use the restroom, go now. I'm kidding. You should have gone beforehand. Now you'll have to hold it. Please tell your friend about how much you enjoyed the performance via Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and all other social media outlets that didn't exist during the time period of this play. If you have a VIP ticket, congratulations. Nothing can stop you now. Please remain in the theater after the performance for your meet and greet with the actors. And remember, no flash photography or recording of the performance of any kind. The executives scare easily. The Worldwide Wicked Corporation proudly welcomes you to Clear Lake High School's Fine Arts production of How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying. Enjoy the show. This little book is designed to tell you everything you need to know about the science of getting ahead. Now, let us assume you are young, healthy, clear-eyed and eager, anxious to rise quickly and easily to the top of the business world. You can.
I can.
If you have education and intelligence and ability, so much the better. But remember that thousands have reached the top without any of these qualities. Just have the courage and memorize the simple rules in the chapters that follow. If you truly wish to be among the lucky golden few, you can.
I can. How to apply for a job. How to advance from the mailroom. How to sit down at a desk. How to dictate memorandums. How to develop executive style. How to commute in a 3-button suit with that weary executive smile. This book, it's all that I need. How to succeed. How to observe personnel. How to select whom to lunch with. How to avoid petty friends. How to begin making contacts. How to
choose the right company. Before applying for a job, make sure you have chosen the right company. It is essential that the company be a big one. It should be at least big enough so that nobody knows exactly what anyone else is doing.
Hey, Joe. We just got a complaint from our dealers in Cleveland about that last shipment of wickets. They say they only got half their wickets. They ordered about 300,000.
I know, Mr. Gatch, but they ordered 2 toned wickets and we ran out.
What? Ran out? What is this? A hot dog stand?
Look, this is the Worldwide Wicket Company. We are supposed to be the single largest producer of wickets in the world.
Now take it easy, Mr. Gatch. There's a problem at our eastern plant. A breakdown.
Well, get on the ball. I want to keep Cleveland wicket-minded.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Matthews, any news about the breakdown?
Oh, I'm feeling much better.
Secretary, did you get my memo?
What memo?
My memo about memos. We're sending out too many memos and it's got to stop.
I'll send out a memo.
the right company. This book is all that I need. How to
Never mind. Back to work, everybody. You heard me, I said back to work.
I'm sorry I bumped into you, sir, but I would like to apply for a job.
A job? Do you know who I am?
No, sir.
I'm J.B. Biggley. I'm president of this company. That's who I am. In fact, that's who the hell I am. How dare you come to me for a job?
I'm sorry, but I would...
Why do you think I have a personnel man? Why do you think I have a whole damn personnel department? Son, you bumped into the wrong man. Damn, coal burning, dithering, ding, ding, ding.
I'm sorry. I know how hard it is to find a job. I've been through that kind of thing myself.
Thank you, miss. You're very kind. Can you tell me where the personnel office is?
Personnel? It's right over there.
Thank you.
You're not discouraged?
Of course not. I'm prepared for exactly this sort of thing.
Say! My friend Smitty works in personnel. Maybe she can help you. You wait here.
Oh, but miss, that's not really the...
Oh, where do you think you're going?
To see the personnel manager, sir.
I'm the personnel manager, not hiring anyone today.
But I was just speaking to Mr. Biggley.
Biggley?
Yes, sir.
J.B. Biggley.
Yes, sir. He told me to see you.
J.B. Biggley himself. You were speaking to him?
Yes, sir. I just bumped into him.
Oh, is he a friend of yours?
Now, sir, I don't believe a man should trade on friendship to get a job.
Oh, well, very well put, young man. Well, step into my office. I think we can work something out. Hi, my name is Mr. Bratton. You are?
Finch. Pierrepont Finch.
Pierrepont. Say, it ought to be J. Pierrepont Finch.
As a matter of fact, sir, it is.
Well, step into my office.
Good God, Rosemary, you could at least let me finish my Metrical.
This is important, Smitty. We've got to help this boy. Where is he?
How would I know?
He must have gone into Mr. Bratt's office. Go in there. You're Bratt's secretary. He'll listen to you.
But why this frantic urgency?
Please, Smitty, we've got to help this boy.
But why? Fill me in, girl. Wherefore is this creep different from all other creeps?
He's not a creep, Smitty. He has sort of a noble courage, yet deep down inside I feel he's sort of helpless.
Rosemary, your mother instinct is a big drag.
Well, that's all settled. Nice to have you aboard, Finch.
Glad to be shipping out with you, sir.
Oh. No, let me do that.
Who's that?
That's my helpless friend. Isn't he adorable?
Adorable? Maybe. Helpless? No.
Shut up, Smitty. I just hope he hasn't got a girl.
Well, my secretary will take care of the forms and get your particulars. Oh, Smitty, this is our new Mr. Finch.
Hello, sir.
Pilkington. Rosemary Pilkington.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Mr. Finch will be starting in the mailroom. Glad you don't mind that, Finch.
Sir, in a big pond like this, everybody must start a little fish.
Even a barracuda.
Now, Smitty, will you?
Hey, Bud, you guys in the mailroom get those new wicket catalogs out yet?
I don't know. I'm going to lunch.
Lunch? It's 11 a.m. What on earth for?
Because I'm the boss's nephew.
Oh, Bud! Oh, this is Bud Frump, Mr. Biggley's nephew. This is Mr. Finch. He'll be working with you in the mailroom.
Hello, Finch. I'm Bud Frump, J.V. Biggley's nephew.
How do you do, Bud?
Now, Smitty, get Finch's particulars.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Finch, nice to have you on our team.
Glad to be playing, sir.
Finch, you ambitious?
Not necessarily.
Good. Just keep that in mind. If you remember who I am and you remember who you are, we'll get on fine. If not...
You'll go crying to your uncle?
I beg your pardon. I do not go crying to my uncle. It just so happens that my mother is Mrs. Biggley's sister. If I feel that anything is wrong, I phone my mother phones Mrs. Biggley, and Mrs. Biggley phones Mr. Biggley. That's the democratic way.
Mr. Finch, a man like you doesn't have to worry about someone like Bud Frump. Smitty, you're going to get Mr. Finch's particulars?
Ah, yes. Now, for the first question.
Have you got a girl?
A girl? No.
Good! I mean, that is the right answer. I mean, it's very wise not to have a girl.
I'm glad you understand that, Miss Pilkington. You see, some women wouldn't. I believe that when a man wants to rise in the world of business, a girl, or let's say an emotional involvement, can only lead to getting involved emotionally.
That's very intelligent, Mr. Finch.
Yes. Rosemary, are you through with Mr. Finch?
For the moment.
Fine. Now, if we just step into my office, we can get our business done.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thank you, Miss,
Pilkington! Rosemary Pilkington.
Glad to be aboard.
I think he's fascinating.
I've seen some ambitious characters around here, but this boy is the eagerest beaver of them all.
New Rochelle.
Huh?
Or maybe White Plains. No! New Rochelle.
What?
New Rochelle.
What about it?
New Rochelle.
What are you talking about?
That's the place where the mansion will be.
Oh my gosh.
For me and the darling, bright young man I picked out for marrying me.
Rosemary, you can't be serious.
He'll do well, I can tell. So it isn't a moment too soon.
Well, you just met him, so.
To plan on my life in New Rochelle, the wife of my darling tycoon.
Honey, you'll be in New Rochelle. Your darling tycoon will be here in the office.
Smitty,
the future Mrs. Finch is in for some lonely nights.
I'm prepared for exactly that sort of thing. I'll be so happy to keep his dinner warm while he goes onward and upward. Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home from downtown. I'll be there waiting until his mind is clear while he looks through me, right through me, waiting to say good evening, dear. I'm pregnant! What's new with you from downtown? Oh, to be loved by a man I respect, to bask in the glow of his perfectly understandable neglect. Oh, to belong in the aura of his frown, darling busy frown. Such heaven wearing the wifely uniform while he goes onward and upward, happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home from downtown.
God.
What's the big idea?
Taking so long.
There's no coffee.
No coffee?
No coffee.
No coffee?
If I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break. If I can't take my coffee break, something within me dies. Dies out and something within me dies.
If I can't make 3 daily trips, where shiny shrine, they 9 drips, and taste cardboard between my lips, something within me dies.
Dies out and something within me dies.
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee.
No coffee!
That office light doesn't have to be fluorescent. I'll get no pains in the head. That office chair doesn't have to be foam rubber. So if I spread, so I spread. But only one chemical substance brings out the lead.
Like she said.
If I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break. If I can't take my coffee break, that is the sense of enterprise. Something within me dies. No coffee, 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 no coffee. If I can't take my coffee break, somehow the soul no longer tries.
Somewhere I don't metabolize.
Something within me, coffee or otherwise, coffee or otherwise, something inside of me dies.
You have alertly seized your opportunities and are now on the first rung of the ladder. You are working in the mailroom. One word of caution about the mailroom: it is a place out of which you must get. Some of your rivals will not have the advantage of this knowledge, but you are forearmed. Do not get stuck in the mailroom. Plan to rise.
Finch, where are you going? What do you got there?
It's the executive mail.
I'll take that. Trying to get in good on the inside, huh? I can't even take a coffee break around here.
But I'm merely trying to do my job.
The executive mail is my job. Finch, if you have any ideas of climbing a ladder around here, the view is gonna get awfully monotonous. Every time you look up, you'll see the seat of my pants. Ha!
Well, that's rotten, rotten, rotten. You know Bud Frump is just jealous of you.
Thank you for defending me, Miss Pilkington.
Please, call me Rosemary.
Okay, Rosemary.
Now, Mr. Finch.
Call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. The big executives will notice you. Just have patience.
Patience? Do you realize I've been working here for 1 whole week?
Of course, Ponty, I haven't forgotten. Happy anniversary.
At least you noticed me, Rosemary.
If I were a big executive, I'd... Here comes Judith Anderson.
Huh?
Miss Jones, Mr. Biggley's secretary. I better look busy, and you too.
Pardon me, ma'am. You should be wearing this. It goes with your hair.
Young man, you just want me to have this flower? You don't know who I am?
That doesn't matter. What matters is that the flowers seem to cry out to be worn by you.
Young man, I'm Miss Jones, Mr. Biggley's secretary.
No, you can't be. I mean, that is, you just can't be.
Why not?
Well, from Bud Frump's description of you, I would never have... Well, you're not a frightening person.
Thank you.
If it's not out of place for me to say, Miss Jones, I think you're a very attractive person, no matter what Bud Frump says.
What did you say your name was?
Finch, F-I-N-C-H?
How is it I haven't seen you before?
I'm not supposed to take the executive mail. That's his job. Bud Frump, F-R-U-M-P.
Well, thank you for the flower, Finch. You're a very interesting young man.
Hey, Jonesy, I need an appointment with the boss around 3.
I'll check on it, Milt, and let you know.
Hey, flowers, you got a new boyfriend or something, Jonesy?
This was given to me by a very nice young man. You should know him, Finch.
Yes?
Finch, this is Mr. Gatch.
How do you do, Mr. Gatch?
Hello.
Mr. Gatch would be a very good man for you to know. His department is very important.
Oh, I know all about Mr. Gatch. He's in charge of plans and systems and interdepartmental evaluation, also pre-promotional promotion and post-administrative research, as well as multiple development on a multi-level level.
Hey, Jonesy, this is a smart one. I didn't even know I did all that.
Very fine man, Mr. Gatch. I hear he has an opening in his department?
Yes, he does, but he hasn't been able to make up his mind. Well, thank you for the flower, young man.
Hi, Jonesy.
Miss Jones.
Say, Rosemary.
Finch, quit goofing off. You've got to pick up the second delivery.
Righto, buddy, old boy. Well, I've got to go back to work now. Thanks for the flower.
Thanks for the flower. You gave my flower to Miss Jones.
Rosemary, certainly you wouldn't begrudge an old lady a moment of happiness.
Well, I guess it is important for you to be nice to Miss Jones.
I'm glad you understand. See you later.
Well, Rosemary, how are you doing?
Oh, I don't know. Smitty, what's the opposite of a sex maniac?
A businessman?
Hello? Give me an outside line. No, this call is not personal. I'm calling my mother. Thanks. One of these days when I'm running the show around here, I'll clear out the whole... Hello, Mother? Bud. Yes, I know I left without my sweater this morning, but it's warm. Now, listen, Mother, I just found out something very important. There's going to be a new opening in the mailroom, and I want the job. You've got to call Aunt Gertrude and... I know I was promised the job, but there's a new fellow working around here that has me worried. Oh, he works hard, comes in on time, never goofs off. He's polite, you know, a real rat.
Yes, Miss Jones.
Mr. Biggley, your wife is calling.
My wife? Tell her I'm busy. Tell her I'm in a meeting. Tell her I'm out. Damn it, put her on. Hello, Gertrude. Glad you called. What's on your mind? I'm busy. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Well, Gertrude, I can't help Bud there. The head of the mailroom should pick his own successor. I can't switch signals in the middle of a play. It would upset the whole team. If I interfered now, it would be nepotism. Nepotism. It's when your nephew's a damn fool. Well, I'll see. Miss Jones.
Yes, Mr. B?
Miss Jones, I've told you that talking to my wife upsets me.
Well, JB, you said to put her on.
Never mind that. Never mind. I need something to calm my nerves. Where's my... you know.
I put it in the back of your right-hand bottom drawer.
Thanks.
Let's get going, boys.
I've already started sorting the mail, sir.
Finch, as head of this entire mailroom, I would like to say I am very pleased with your work.
Thank you, sir.
You should have an inborn gift for... mailroomery.
It's a great honor coming from you, Mr. Twimble.
Hello, mailroomery. No, mailroom. Just a minute. It's for you, Twimble, Mr. Bratton personnel.
Ah, this may be a very important call for some of us. Hello?
You're trying to butter up Twimble. Well, believe me, it won't do you any good. If anybody's gonna get a job around here, you know.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bratt. Well, boys, it looks as if they're promoting old Twimble to head of the shipping department.
Congratulations.
Who's gonna be the new head of the mailroom?
Now, I won't say until it's official, but Mr. Bratt said he'd leave the choice up to me. Twimble, he said, the mailroom is the nerve center of this mighty organization. You've been working here a long time. We want you to choose a successor, and we want you to choose him on merit, and merit alone.
That's not fair. I'm I'm going out for a smoke.
Smoke? He's gonna go call his mother. It's not gonna help him if I have anything to say about it. I have someone else in mind for this job.
Mr. Twimble,
Yes?
you've been working with this company a long time, haven't you?
Long time. Just last month I became a quarter of a century man.
That's beautiful. Gee, a quarter of a century.
A quarter of a century.
And how long have you been working in the mailroom?
25 years. Yep, it's not easy to get a medal like this. It takes a combination of skill, diplomacy, and bold caution. When I joined this firm as a brash young man, well, I said to myself, now, brash young man, don't get any ideas. Well, I stuck to that, and I haven't had one in years.
You play it safe.
I play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me there, I'll stay.
But what is your point of view?
I have no point of view.
Supposing the company thinks...
I think so too.
What would you say if
I wouldn't say.
your face is a company face?
It smiles at executives, then goes back in place.
The company furniture,
Oh, it suits me fine.
the company letterhead is so...
A Valentine.
Is there anything you're against?
Unemployment.
When they want brilliant thinking from employees,
That is no concern of mine.
suppose a man of genius makes suggestions,
Watch that genius get suggested to resign.
so you play it the company way.
All company policy is by me, okay.
You'll never rise up to the top.
There's one thing clear. Whoever the company hires, I will still be here.
You certainly found a home.
It's cozy.
Your brain is a company brain.
The company washed it and now I can't complain.
The company magazine.
Boy, what style, what punch.
The company restaurant.
Every day, same lunch. The Hedy sandwich, it's delicious.
I must try it.
Early in the week.
Do you have any hobbies?
I've a hobby. I play gin with Mr. Brad.
And do you play it nicely?
Play it nicely. Still, he blitzes me in every game like that.
Why?
'Cause I play it the company way. Executive policy is by me, okay.
How can you get anywhere?
Junior, have no fear. Whoever the company fires, I will still be here.
You will still be
Year after fiscal. Never take a risk all year. Well, boys, they may be promoting me, but until then, the mail must go through. Oh, hi, bud. How's your mother?
What mother?
What mother?
Hello, men. Well, Twimble's all set. As of today, you are now head of shipping.
Thanks, Mr. Bratt.
Now let's talk about your successor.
Say, Mr. Bratt, have you heard from my uncle today?
No, bud. Go ahead, Twimble. Your shoes are very hard to fill, but who have you picked to fill them?
Now, I've given it a great deal of thought. Pro and con, and I believe your man is young Finch.
Congratulations, Finch.
I'm going out for a smoke.
I'm sorry, but I can't accept.
Are you turning down the job?
That's right, sir. You see, I believe that there's a man better qualified. A man who's been working here longer than I have. Gentlemen, I recommend Bud Frump.
You're kidding.
Bud Frump?
Well, this is something. I mean, surprise-wise. Well, as long as you feel this way.
I'm gonna call my mother and tell her.
I don't understand.
Mr. Twimble, let me explain. Knowing you has taught me a lot. The wonderful thing...
Hello? Oh, yes, JB, this is Bratt.
Ooh, the big boss.
Oh, I understand the problem, JB. Actually, we picked someone else. Oh, but it's right, JB, the young fellow we picked turned the job over to Bud. He thinks Bud is better qualified. No, he does not seem to be out of his mind. Well, he was just explaining about it when you called. Go ahead, Finch.
Mr. Twimble, the great thing you have taught me is that no individual is as more important than the whole company.
No individual is as important as the whole company.
The whole team is greater than any one player.
The whole team is greater than any one player.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole salad is greater than any one piece of lettuce.
The whole... Oh, you can hear him.
The whole omelet is greater than any one egg.
Isn't that great, JB? It sort of chokes you up. Oh, his name? It's Finch.
Finch.
Finch. Well, I'll keep an eye on him myself. Right, JB, goodbye. Finch, you got off the spot with Mr. Biggley.
Glad to help, Mr. Bratt.
I appreciate it. Good luck, Twimble.
Thanks, Mr. Bratt.
Oh, Mr. Twimble, aren't I supposed to take this mail to Mr. Gatch?
Gatch?
Gatch.
Gatch!
Gatch.
Say, I remember Mr. Gatch is looking for a new junior executive in his department.
He is?
I'm going to talk to him about you.
Me? A junior executive?
Your generosity and your thoughtfulness may prove to do really good things for you.
By George, ethical behavior always pays.
Finch, you did a very wise thing.
That doesn't matter to me, sir. What matters is I did what was right.
My mother was very happy.
Girls, meet the new head of the mail room. Bud Frump.
Thanks, Ponty, old boy.
Good luck, Bud.
Finch, I want to talk to you.
I still think my original choice of a man was best.
Now, wait a minute, Twimble. Ponty okayed it.
It's just that...
There will be no reneging. I was promised a job.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Bud. I've been working with this company a long time. A quarter of a century. I just want to be sure things are done the right way.
I know what you mean, Mr. Twimble. From now on, I'll play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me, there I'll stay.
Whatever the company tells him that he'll do.
Whatever my uncle may think, I think so too.
He's beating with company pride.
I've conquered that over-ambitious rat inside.
Old Bud is no longer the Frump he used to be.
I pledge to the company's sweet conformity. I will someday earn my medal, 25-year employee. I'll see to it that the medal is the only thing they'll ever pin on me.
The Frump way is the company way. Executive policy is by him okay.
I'll never be president, but there's one thing clear. As long as my uncle can stand me, I will still be here.
We know the company they like for company man. And if they choose to, the company may company man. But they will never come from the company man. The Frump will play the company, Frump will play the company, Frump will play the
It's a celebration, everybody. I'd like to invite all of you to lunch on me.
Oh, boys and girls, I have another announcement to make. Mr. Gatch is taking young Finch into his department of junior executives.
No, wait a minute. That lunch is Dutch. In fact, it's canceled. Wait a minute.
Ponty, that's wonderful, wonderful. I told you to have patience.
You were right, Rosemary. Thanks.
Maybe you should have someone around all the time to help you think things through.
Maybe I should.
Ponty, I'm always available.
Gee, Rosemary, you sure are wonderful. Maybe one of these days I can show my appreciation and...
Lunch!
Huh?
I said lunch.
What about lunch?
I'd love to.
Love to what?
You said, what about lunch? Gee, I thought you'd never ask. Let's see, where shall we go? Say, I know this place. It's called the Hungry Tea. It's very cute and reasonable. I'll get my things and meet you right here.
I meant what about lunch, not what about lunch.
Hey, Finch, how's the young junior executive doing?
Fine, Mr. Gatch, fine.
Hey, get your coat. I'll get you lunch in the executives club up on the roof.
Lunch? The Executives Club? Me?
Sure, now that you're junior exec, I can put you on my expense account.
It's a great honor, Mr. Gatch. I'll go get my coat.
Ah, Rosemary. Seeing you always brightens my day.
Please, Mr. Gatch.
She wants me.
Rosemary, I got a surprise for you. Mr. Gatch is taking me to lunch on the Executives Club.
To lunch.
Yeah, how do I look?
You look fine, Ponty. Just fine. Have a nice time.
Thanks, Rosemary.
If you have followed the simple instructions exactly as outlined, you should by now be a junior executive. Congratulations. Nothing can stop you now.
Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home.
But damn it, Gertrude, I haven't got time for all this nonsense about Bud. I know blood is thicker than water, but Bud Frump is thicker than anything. Now listen to me, Gertrude. The next time that Bud complains to his mother, and she calls you, and you call me, you're all fired. Yes, Miss Jones.
There's a young lady who insists on speaking with you, Mr. B. She says it's personal.
What's she want? What's her name?
She says you'll know.
Oh, well, put her on, put her on. Hello. Well, now you knew I wouldn't forget. I'll take care of everything. One moment. Miss Jones, give me Bratton personnel right away. You be here tomorrow. Fine. Bye. Hello, Brat, JB. I'd like you to do me a favor. I wonder if you could find me a spot for a young lady. Wants to be a secretary. Oh, she's no friend of the family's. Her father was a classmate of mine at Old Ivy. Oh, well, she's a bright young girl. Got a good head on her shoulders. Her name? It's LaRue. Hedy LaRue.
Can I help you, honey?
Scram!
You see, miss, I don't think you understand. I'm Bud Frump, J.B. Biggley's nephew.
Oh, how do you do? I'm waiting for Mr. Bratz of Personnel. I'm a secretary.
I noticed that the minute you walked in.
Oh, thank you. Of course, I'm new at this.
Miss Hedy,
Yeah? Oh, I mean, yes?
Hi, I'm Bert Bratt, Personnel. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, not at all, sir. It is I whom am late.
Oh, not really.
Oh, yes. I was very naughty this morning. I'm still not accustomed to early arisal.
Oh, I understand, but if you called me... Oh, I'm sorry, this is Miss... Smith! Miss Smith, my secretary.
How are you, dear?
Fine, dear. Mr. Bratt. Mr. Bratt!
Oh, yes, Smitty!
I have to go get some new tax withholding blanks.
Yes, you do that, Smitty. Oh, Miss LaRue, call me, I'll give you particulars.
39, 22, 38.
I win the pool.
Oh, isn't she something?
Gentlemen, one moment, please.
Sir Bratt, I need a new secretary.
So do I.
Gentlemen, Miss LaRue will be assigned according to normal procedures, as soon as the qualifications have been determined.
I'd sure like to determine him.
Gentlemen, a secretary is not a toy. No, my boy, not a toy to fondle and dandle and playfully handle in search of some pure loud joy. No, a secretary is not, definitely not, a toy.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Bratt.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Mr. Bratt. It's company rule, Mr. Bratt.
Back to work. A secretary is not a toy, no, my boy, not a toy. So do not go jumping for joy, boy, a secretary is not. A secretary is not. A secretary is not a toy.
A secretary is not to be used for play therapy. Be good to the girl you employ, boy, remember no matter what neurotic trouble you've got, a secretary is not a toy.
She's a highly specialized key component of operational unity, a fine and sensitive mechanism to serve the office community. With the mother at home, she supports.
And you'll find nothing like her at FAO Schwartz.
A secretary is not a pet or any requisite.
It happened in Charlie McCoy, boy, they fired him like a shot. The day the fellow forgot, a secretary is not a toy. A secretary is not a toy. And when you put her to use, observe when you put her to use.
That you don't find the name Lionel on her caboose. Heh!
So then he said, I'm next in line for promotion.
So then I said, just keep your hands where they belong.
He said, I'll only have sales within a year, a raise, and a company car.
And so then I said, just keep your hands where they belong.
And I'm dying to see those new production charts.
So what the hell? I'm having dinner with him.
Did you call my wife and say I won't be home for dinner?
Yes, Mr. Biggley. By the way, tomorrow is Saturday. You left your golf clubs in the office. You're playing with Mr. Womper, chairman of the board.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll be staying in town tonight, so I'll come pick the clubs up in the morning.
And you wanted me to remind you about your college alumni association?
Oh, yeah. Well, send them the same check. I love the thought of them getting that fat check from old least likely to succeed.
Yes, Mr. Biggley.
Hey, JB, there's a phone call. Your wife.
My wife? Damn it. I'll take it in your office. That'll be all, Miss Jones.
Miss Jones!
Well, hello, Ponty. How's the young junior executive?
Fine, Miss Jones, fine. Thanks to all the helpful advice I've been getting from you.
Well, I'm glad our little talks have proven valuable.
They sure have. By the way, good luck tonight.
Good luck.
Yes, in the bowling tournament. I hear you're the best bowler on the ladies' team.
Well, how sweet of you to be interested in a thing like that.
I'm fascinated by the hobbies of the people I like.
Say, would you like to watch us bowl tonight?
I'd love to, but I should go to bed early. I'm working tomorrow.
On a Saturday? No one around here works on a Saturday. Ponty, you're a very unusual boy. You'll go far.
Miss Jones! That means a lot that you're saying that because you're Mr. Biggley's secretary, and he's the man I most want to emulate. He's so capable and thoughtful. I heard him remembering to send a check to his old school. Harvard, wasn't it?
Harvard? Don't let JB ever hear you say that. He's a groundhog.
Then where did he go to college?
Old Ivy.
Old Ivy?
Yes, they're the groundhogs. Mr. Biggley is very proud of his old school. Well, good night, Ponty.
Good night, Miss Jones.
Don't work too hard.
Don't worry, I won't.
Hello, stranger.
Hello, Rosemary. Hi, Smitty.
Hi, Ponty. Been a long day, hasn't it?
Sure has.
I haven't seen you since you got your new job.
Oh, I've been working pretty hard.
Been a long day.
Say, Rosemary, what are you having for dinner tonight?
Well, that depends.
On what?
On where I'm having dinner tonight.
Oh. Well, here it is, 5 p.m. The finish of a long day's work. And there they are, both of them. The secretary and the clerk. Not very well acquainted. Not very much to say, but I can hear those two little minds ticking away. Now she's thinking,
I wonder if we take the same bus.
And he's thinking,
there could be quite a thing between us.
Now she's thinking,
he really is a dear.
And he's thinking,
but what of my career?
And she says, and he says,
well, it's been a long day.
Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. Now she's thinking,
I wish that he were more of a flirt.
Maybe a little flirting won't hurt.
Now she's thinking,
for dinner we could meet.
And he's thinking,
well, we both have got to eat.
And she says, and he says,
good night.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a long day.
Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. Hey, there's a yummy Friday special at Stouffer's. It's $1.90 vegetable plate. It's at the bottom of the ad. Not bad. Service for two, $3.58. To make a bargain, make a date.
Wonderful!
It's fate.
Slithering, blathering. Damn it! You've been talking to your mother again. She wants you promoted.
Why not? Everybody else is getting promoted.
Well, I told your Aunt Gertrude that...
Oh, there. Good evening, Mr. Biggley.
Oh, good evening, Miss LaRue.
Uncle Jasper.
I told you never to call me that around here.
I'm sorry, JB.
Now, how about you got something to do?
I was just gonna get my hat and go home.
Good. So, how do you like your new job, Miss LaRue?
It's a big fat nothing.
Sweetheart, don't talk that way around here.
I thought you were gonna help me be a big businesswoman like Helena Rubinstein or Betty Crocker. So what happens? I'm stuck in the damn stenographic pool with no one to fish me the hell out.
Darling, these things take time. You have to learn. Yes, Miss LaRue, in a large operation like Worldwide Wickets, there are many multiple facets which are very important in the scheme of things. And in fact, Hedy, I promise you.
I give up a wonderful job. Head cigarette girl at the Copa.
But the surroundings. You said you hated all those men staring at you, making advances.
It's no different around here in big business. At least at the Copa, when I got pinched, I got tipped. Around here, a girl can't bend down and pick up a pencil with confidence.
You mean someone's been bothering you? Who? Just tell me who. Yes, Miss LaRue, in a large operation like Worldwide Facets, there are many multiple wickets which are very important in the scheme of things. And in fact, you have to... Who pinched you?
I don't care about that. Look, you did not keep your part of my bargain.
Hedy, I meant every word. Tell you what, let's meet at your place in about 10 minutes. We can talk this all over.
No.
But Angel! Yes, Miss LaRue, in a large operation like Worldwide Wickets, there are many multiple facets which are very important. Why don't you go home?
I'm waiting for the elevator.
Why don't you walk down?
It's 30 floors.
Why don't you jump?
Quite the girl, Miss LaRue.
Huh? Oh, I suppose so. I was just trying to make her feel at home. She seems to be rather a shy person.
Yes, well, you do that, JB. I'm meeting Mother for dinner. She loves dinner with me. I tell her everything that happens all day at the office. Now he's thinking,
the kid could really put me through hell.
And she's thinking,
the kid could even name the hotel.
now he's thinking,
I wonder if he dare.
and she's thinking,
There's blackmail in the air.
and he says,
It's a holdup!
and she says,
Down.
Wait a minute. Okay, you're promoted.
well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day.
Okay, Jackie, that's it.
Yep, all spick and span. But I bet now some slob will come in and dirty it all up.
Nah, not on Saturday morning. Come on, let's go clean the big shots now.
Good morning.
Oh, is it morning already, sir?
Good God, man, have you been working all night?
Well, I just had a few things to catch up on. I shouldn't be much longer.
By George, I'm sorry, your name slips my mind.
Finch, F-I-N-C-H.
Oh, yes, I've heard some good things about you from my scouts.
Thank you, sir.
You know, Finch, you make me feel a bit guilty. I just dropped by to pick up my golf clubs. I have to play around today with old Wally Womper. He's chairman of the board, you know.
Oh, I imagine one has to do that sort of thing every once in a while.
Now, don't work yourself too hard, Finch. There are limits, you know.
Don't worry about me, sir.
I'll go get my clubs. What's that you're humming?
I didn't realize I was humming, sir.
You were humming the old Ivy Fight song.
I guess it's unconscious on my part.
Did you go there? Were you a groundhog?
Well, sir,
Come on, Finch, out with it. I know some men have an inferiority complex. They didn't go to Yale or Princeton. You aren't ashamed of old Ivy, are you?
No, sir, not a bit.
I should have known you were a groundhog. What year were you? Finch, when did you graduate?
I'm sorry, I was thinking about the big game today. I'm sorry I can't make it up there. We're playing the Chipmunks.
That's right. Hope those damn chipmunks don't give us too much trouble.
Well, even though we're not there in person, we'll still be rooting for them, right?
Right. Groundhog. Groundhog! Stand, old Ivy, stand firm and strong. Grand old Ivy, hear the cheering throng. Stand, old Ivy, and never yield. Rip, rip, rip the chipmunks off the field.
When you fall on the ball
and drop down there at the bottom of the heap,
down at the bottom of the heap,
where the mud is oh so very, very deep.
down in the cruddy deep.
Don't forget, boy, that's why they call us. They call us Groundhog. Groundhog. Rip, rip, rip. Old Ivy, hear the cheering throng. Groundhog, Ivy, and never yield. Rip, rip, rip the chipmunks off the field.
I enjoyed that, sir.
So did I, boy. Well, I'll go get those clubs. Rip, rip, rip the chipmunks off. What's that you're doing?
26, 27, 28, 29. I'm sorry, I just wanted to finish this row. Well, I guess this looks silly, but I've always found that knitting helps me think more clearly.
Well, I'll be damned. I knit too.
Really?
Yep, it's good for my nerves. Been doing it for years. No one knows my secretary, Miss Jones. You know her.
Yes, I've met her.
What's this going to be?
Oh, I thought I'd make it a birdcage cover.
Birdcage cover? Never made one of those, but how do you like this?
That's beautiful.
Thanks. Made the covers for these golf clubs, too. See? Popcorn stitch.
You know, Mr. Biggley, I sort of feel sorry for men who don't knit. They lead empty lives.
Tell me, Finch, what's your ambition in this outfit? Smart fellow like you must have it all planned out.
Well, sir, if I'm ever fortunate enough to reach a position to where I can choose, I'd like to do something real. Something a man can get his teeth down into. The down-to-earth advertising department.
Advertising? Son, I wouldn't want that for an old classmate of mine. It's too tough, too insecure. Why, we've had 15 new advertising managers in the past year alone.
Why's that?
I fire them.
But if you had a man with ideas, he could swing it.
Ideas, that's what I look for. I keep hiring these men who are supposed to have brilliant ideas, but not one of them will do what I tell them. No, Finch, you stay where you are. Damn good department. By the way, where are you?
Plans and systems, Mr. Gatch's department.
Oh, yes, good man, Gatch. You stick with him and you'll do fine. And I'll keep my eye on you, too.
Well, here you go, sir. Have a wonderful day. I've got to get this done before midnight.
Midnight. That's the groundhog spirit. Groundhog!
Groundhog!
Stand, old ivy, stand firm and strong.
Rip, rip, rip the chipmunks off the field.
Beautiful. What was that? A college song. What college? I'd say Bela.
Hello, Brad. This is Jamie. Say, what are we running around here? Sweatshop? We are working that boy too hard. Who? Finch. Finch. The poor devil worked here all weekend. I was there with him, working side by side. A lot didn't tell me. Well, first of all, I want him to have an office of his own. Serves the best you have available. Oh, nothing fancy. Don't want him getting ideas.
Hello, Ponty.
Rosemary, come on in. How do you like it?
Your first office. It's beautiful.
It's not bad, considering I did want my name painted on the door, but I decided not to ask because there's no door.
Well, it's beautiful. I can only stay a minute, but I wanted to say that I had a good time the other night.
Me too. I enjoyed the conversation. Well, I guess I talked the whole time.
I liked it. But just one thing about last night. I mean, when we said goodnight. Well, it was our first date, and I don't want you to get the wrong impression of me, but usually it's natural for a guy to get a little fresh with a girl and make a pass at her, but you didn't do anything.
I had to get up early. Sir, Miss!
I'm Miss LaRue, honey.
What can I do for you, Miss LaRue?
A secretary was ordered to be assigned to you. I'm your assignation.
You didn't tell me you were getting a secretary.
I just found out myself.
Well, happy dictation, Ponty.
Bye.
Now, won't you sit down, Miss LaRue?
Oh, thank you.
Now, Miss LaRue.
Oh, just call me Hedy.
I think that perhaps in a business relationship...
You're cute.
Will you excuse me for a moment?
Choosing a secretary can be fraught with peril. Take a good look at the young lady who has been assigned to you. If she is so attractive that you feel things are too good to be true, be very careful. It may be that one of the big men in the company is interested in her career. There is a simple test for this. Check on her secretarial skill. The smaller her abilities, the bigger her protector.
Miss LaRue, let's try some dictation. Take a letter.
Shoot.
This is to Mr. Gatch. Dear Mr. Gatch. Pursuant to our discussion of...
Oh, wait a minute, you trying to catch a train?
What are you taking this down in?
Longhand, it's safer. I make up for it when I type.
Oh, you type fast?
Like a jackrabbit. 12 words a minute.
By the way, Miss LaRue, Hedy, what was your last position?
I was in the tobacco business. Oh, but then Mr. Biggley...
Mr. Biggley!
He got me interested in wickets, so I matriculated myself into business school, and, well, here I am.
Yes, you are, aren't you?
Oh, go ahead, dictate some more. I'm gonna like this jazz.
Let that letter take a moment. Here, take this to Mr. Gatch. He's my...
Oh, Mr. Gatch?
Yes, he's my boss. Make sure you give it to him yourself. Hedy, personally.
Okay, Charlie.
Hello, Mr. Gatch's office. One moment, please. Mr. Gatch, Mr. Finch's secretary is outside, and she'd like to speak with you, personally.
Have her come in.
I'll get her.
Mr. Gatch?
Yes?
I'm Mr. Finch's secretary. He asked me to give you this.
Say, what are you doing later tonight?
I've got a date with my gentleman friend.
Come on. You're in the big time now. Don't go fooling around with small fry.
Hello, Mr. Gatch. Finch's office. One moment. It's for you. Production.
Hello, this is Finch. Yes, I'm in charge of plans and systems now. Oh, Mr. Gatch. He's been transferred to one of our out-of-town offices. Venezuela.
Oh, say, Jenkins, I was just gonna call you. We're getting a new vice president in charge of advertising.
Another one? Who is it this time?
A fellow by the name of Ovington. Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington. Anyways, you're giving him a reception tonight.
In the executive club, on the roof. I wonder how long this guy will last.
I don't know, but we're giving him the full treatment. You can invite your secretaries to come. We're inviting some of the executive secretaries to act as hostesses.
Okay, Brett.
Rosemary, I had lunch without you. Where have you been? Smitty, I've been made secretary to the new advertising manager. Oh, good. What's he like? Oh, I don't care about him. But this means I'll be invited to a reception this evening, and Finch will be there too. Smitty, this is the chance I've been waiting for. He's never seen me all dressed up before. You know, glamorous. Do you know what this is? Your lunch? Smitty, this is the answer of how to succeed with Finch. A new dress. It's just beautiful. I hope it works. Good luck, Rosemary. Thanks, Smitty. You know, I've been thinking I might get a new dress for tonight, too. That's a good idea, Smitty. I hope you're very popular at the party. Maybe I will be at that. I'm thinking of starting a rumor that I'm a nymphomaniac. I slipped out this afternoon and bought some love insurance. Most exclusive dress from Gayberry. It's sleek and chic and magnifique with sex beyond endurance. It's me, it's absolutely me. And why? One guy. This irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. I'm wearing originals, all paid for and mine. I must look divine, especially for him. Suddenly he will see me, and suddenly he'll go dreamy, and blame it all on his own masculine whim, never knowing that this irresistible Paris original, so temptingly tight, I'm wearing tonight, especially for him, for him, for him. This irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. She's wearing tonight, and I could spit. Some irresponsible dress manufacturer just didn't play fair. I'm one of a pair, and I could. Oh no! This irresistible Paris original, all slinky with sin, already slunk in, and I could die, and I could kill her, and I could. This irresistible Paris original, Trey sexiness pa. Oh damn it, voila, and I could spit. Girls! Oh, $39 I hand out for something to make me stand out. And suddenly I've gone into videograph. Don't laugh. This irresistible Paris original is mass-produced crime. I'm wearing tonight for the very last time. What dress?
Hedy, will you have a drink?
I never touch anything alcoholic before 5 p.m.
It's 10 after 5.
Which way's the booze?
Right over here.
I'll have a double martini.
Here he is, boys and girls. Now, as you may know, our advertising department has been in trouble for a very long time. But here I think we finally found the man who's going to help put Worldwide Wickets back on the top. Mr. Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington.
Thanks, boys and girls. You know, I'd like to say that I'm proud to be joining the Worldwide Wicket family. And while I may not know very much about wickets, I do know about advertising. And my theory of advertising can be summed up in one sentence. Shove it! Down their throats with a soft sell.
Good sound thinking.
And I'd like to say that throughout the years...
Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington, what the hell kind of name is that?
But I'd like to say that over the
You
years...
call this a double martini? There's only one holiday.
Say, Bud, JB said to take Miss LaRue home. Oh, she doesn't seem to be feeling very well.
I'm feeling fine!
Feel terrible.
Hey, Finchy, let's dance!
I'm already dancing with Rosemary.
Everybody, dance!
But I'd like to
Come on,
say...
Hedy, no games. Hedy!
5, 6, 7, 8.
JB told me to take...
Bud, you must have heard the rumor. What's wrong?
come on, Hedy.
What I need is a shower.
JB told me to take you home.
No! I'm going to JB's office. He has a private shower. I'll take a shower, then come back to the party.
Okay, Hedy, have a nice shower.
Oh, thanks, bud. You know, you're cute. Not as cute as Finch, but still cute.
Not as cute as Finch. Going up to the party, Pete?
Yeah?
Tell Finch that I want to see him down here. Tell him it's important.
Okay.
Thanks. Oh, sexy Hedy is in there taking a shower. And I've got a little something up my sleeve. Oi! That'll put old Finchy right on his hello, Finch.
What's this all about, bud?
JB wants to see you in his office. He'll meet you there.
But I just saw him and he didn't say anything.
I guess he didn't want to say anything in front of Ovington. You know how it goes around here with the advertising managers.
Do you think your uncle's
I
considering...
don't know anything. All I know is that I was told to tell you to go into his office.
Well, I haven't seen his office anyway. Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. Now, go get my uncle. Goodbye, Finchy. Hello, Uncle Jasper. Away!
Someday.
Guess who?
Mr. Biggley!
No, it's me.
Oh, hi, Hedy. I was supposed to meet Mr. Biggley here.
Mr. Biggley? He's not coming. Somebody gave you a bum steer.
I should have known it was Rib. Well, I'd better get back
What's
to...
your hurry?
Well, I think I should probably get back to the party.
It's more fun down here.
But I would probably get back to
You're anxious to get back to that Rosemary, huh? Are you stuck on her?
Rosemary, she and I are just good friends.
That's very sensible. An up-and-coming young chap like you shouldn't be tied down. Oh, I've been watching you, Buster. You're going places.
Venezuela. Look, Hedy.
Wouldn't JB die if he walked in and found you kissing me?
Frankly, I'd rather he didn't.
Oh, come on, let's try it. You better, Finch. If you don't kiss me, I'll tell JB you did.
Fine, just once. Rosemary.
Huh?
Can't you hear it? Rosemary.
Rosemary?
That kiss.
What about that kiss?
Rosemary.
It's highly insulting to think of two broads in the middle of one kiss.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hedy. Something's happened to me. I can't explain.
Finch, you are in love.
That's right. Finch is in love. It's like music all around me, like a symphony. I must have been in love with her ever since she took my particulars.
And you found this out by kissing me?
Yes, Hedy.
I don't know my own strength.
Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. Rosemary. was the melody locked inside me, till at last out it came. Rosemary, Rosemary, just imagine if we kissed. What a crescendo! Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sounds of your name.
Ponty, I heard Bud Frump talking at the party. Where is she?
Rosemary, something wonderful has happened.
What are you talking about?
Can't you hear it? Can't you hear it? Suddenly there is music in the sounds of your name.
I can't hear a thing.
Rosemary, just listen. It's all around me like a beautiful pink sky.
Now listen here, J. Pierrepont Finch. Have you lost your mind?
Rosemary, darling, will you marry J. Pierrepont Finch?
Now I hear it. I hear it, I hear it, I hear it! Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. J. Pierrepont.
Rosemary, just imagine if we kissed. What a crescendo! Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound. Oh, honey, I've been so wrapped up in getting ahead, I never realized. It's like I'm seeing you for the first time.
And I'm seeing you for the first time. You have on 2 different kinds of lipstick, mine and hers.
Rosemary, you don't understand. This is very easily explained.
Oh, I understand just fine. Go back to what you were doing before. Kiss her again. Take her home for the weekend. I don't care.
What will I do?
Well, let's do what she said.
Get back in there.
I have nothing to hide.
Yes, you do. Now keep it hidden. Go, go. You snake. Now kiss me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought,
I'm sorry, Mr. Biggley. I insisted Finch show me your office.
I see. Well, I actually just came in to wash up, so...
Excuse me.
Finch, I owe you an apology.
You do? For what?
Never mind. However, I want you to know I still do not approve of what you were doing when I walked in. I do not care for that sort of thing between executives and their secretaries.
But Miss Pilkington isn't my secretary.
Oh, right. Good point.
We figured you might be here, JB. We've been looking for you.
I haven't finished my speech yet.
You made a fine speech.
Yes, you did, Mr. Ovington. Very good speech.
Oh, Ovington, this is Mr. Finch. Plans and systems.
How do you do, Mr. Ovington?
How do you do?
I didn't get a chance to tell you at the party, Mr. Ovington, but I'm very interested in advertising. I've read a lot about you in Fortune magazine, some wonderful stuff.
Thank you.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Biggley, did you know that Mr. Ovington was an All-American halfback in college?
Is that so? Where'd you play, Ovington?
Oh, the greatest little college in North America. Northern State.
A chipmunk!
I sure am a chipmunk. Did you see the way we murdered those groundhogs last Saturday?
Ovington, I'm no bait. I've hired men from all colleges. Tigers, bulldogs, Trojans, gophers, badgers, but never, never a chipmunk. Your resignation is accepted. Rip! 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 The chipmunk off the...
Chipmunk, raw! Chipmunk, raw! Chipmunk, chipmunk, chipmunk.
That was a narrow squeak.
It was a big shock to me, sir.
Finch, it's a good thing you're on the ball when it comes to
Oh, say,
advertising.
JB, what are you going to do about the new advertising manager?
Brett, you're right. Finch, you've always wanted this rotten job. Do you think you could handle it?
I don't know, sir.
If there's one thing I admire in a man, it's humility. Finch, I've made up my mind. I'm making you vice president in charge of advertising.
Me? Vice president?
JB, Finch is very bright, but he's rather inexperienced.
I like him.
I like him.
I think we've hit on something here, Brett. This boy is loaded with great ideas.
Ideas? Tell us some of them, Finch.
Well, I have.
Come on, Finch, where are those ideas?
Well,
Put
sir,
up or shut up, son.
The thing is,
Get on the ball or you'll be out of here like a shot.
Mr. Biggley, I want to give you a clear-cut campaign.
JB, Finch is very bright, but the plans and board meeting is the day after tomorrow. Finch could tell us all his ideas then.
Fine. Finch, you have 48 hours to come up with a new advertising presentation. Better get on the ball, Finch. You're now a vice president in full charge of advertising, and frankly, up to now, I'm pretty dissatisfied with your work.
I don't care what happens. I'm a vice president. Vice President Finch. Oh. Hello. Get me the stationery shop downstairs. Yes, this is Finch. Remember those cards I spoke to you about last week? Yes, go ahead and print them off right away. Now let's see. Oh, girls, you can come on out now.
Thanks, Rosemary.
Rosemary, I've got a wonderful surprise. I've been made a vice president.
Congratulations. Can I be your secretary?
Gee, I'd love that, Hedy, but Rosemary's going to be my secretary.
I'll go back to the steno pool.
Rosemary?
I'm going to be your secretary?
Sure. You were Mr. Ovington's secretary, and now I'm taking over his whole department.
What makes you think I want to be your secretary? I'd rather die.
Rosemary, you have to. I'm in charge of advertising now, and you know how hard of a job that is. I can only do it if I have your help. Rosemary, I need you.
You do? Well, all right. In that case, I'll be your secretary.
Good. Now let's get to work.
Just like that? Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh.
Finch,
Hello?
aren't you going to kiss me?
Kiss you? I can't.
Why not?
Because you're my secretary. Wait a minute, Rosemary. Hello, name painter?
Wait a minute, Rosemary. Hello, name painter?
Yes, this is Finch. I'd like my name painted on my door on gold leaf. Oh, no. J. Pierrepont Finch. J. Pierrepont.
Suddenly there is music.
All capitals.
In the sound of my name.
Yes, block letters. J. Pierrepont.
Rosemary.
Vice President.
Vice President
in charge of advertising.
There must be. There must be.
All of my lifetime program will be more of the same.
merchandise mafia at work. Ever since Finch became vice president, they've all been scared out of their wits. When's the big meeting?
It's set for this afternoon. I hope Ponty comes up with something. Where are you going?
Home.
At 10 o'clock in the morning?
I've resigned. I'm quitting.
Nonsense. You've been threatening that all week.
This time, it's official. I left a letter of resignation on his desk. Wait till he reads it.
But, Rosemary...
Smitty, I just can't take it anymore. I don't mind a person ignoring me completely as long as they pay a little attention. Smitty, he doesn't need me.
Well, he did say that he loved you and he was going to marry you.
Smitty, that was supposed to be a secret?
Oh, don't worry. I didn't tell anybody.
What's the matter?
Rosemary's resigning from Finch.
But I thought he was going to marry her. That's what I thought.
Yeah. I only told the girls. Don't worry, she'll forgive him.
Never.
Oh, you got to.
Look, Rosemary, there's one thing you can't overlook, and that's loyalty.
I've been very loyal to him.
I don't mean to him. I mean to us girls.
Yeah.
How often does it happen that a secretary's boss wants to marry her? How often does a dream come true without a sign of conflict or barrier? Why treat a man like he was a typhoid carrier? How often can you fly from this land of carbon paper to the land of flower chicks? How often does a Cinderella get a crack at the prince?
Cinderella? Wait a minute, I know Cinderella. I've got $85 in the bank and a savings bond.
It's not a matter of money. He's the vice president, so that automatically makes him a prince. True?
True. So automatically makes you a Cinderella.
See? Don't you realize you're a real-life fairy tale? A symbol divine. So if not for your own sake, please, darling, for mine. Don't tell her, don't Cinderella, darling. Don't turn down the prince. Don't rewrite your story. You're the legend, the folklore, the working girl's dream of glory. We raised on you, darling, and we've loved you ever since. Don't louse up a major miracle. Don't, Cinderella, don't turn down the prince. Oh, let us live it with you each hour of each day.
No, New Rochelle.
Oh, do not leave us minus. Please. Our vicarious bonus. Please. We want to see His Highness. Please. Married to your lowness. On you, Cinderella, sits the onus. So when you name the happy day, please bonus. Bonus. But don't, Cinderella, don't turn down the prince. Why spoil our enjoyment? You're the fable, the symbol of glorified unemployment. Please, darling, and we've loved you ever since.
now a vice president. You have climbed the ladder of success rung by painful rung until you have almost reached the top. You have done beautifully. Unless you are vice president in charge of advertising. In that case, you are in terrible trouble. There is only one thing that can save you. You must get a brilliant idea. The quickest way to get ideas is to develop them. That is, you must examine the undeveloped, worthless notions of others and add to them that extra something that makes the idea your own. An undeveloped notion may come from the least likely source. Be alert. You never know who will bring it to you.
Hi, Ponty.
Hello, bud.
Sorry I busted in, but there was no one outside. First time I've seen your new office. I suppose you're wondering why I'm here.
Frankly, yes.
Finch, I want us to be friends. You know, smoke 'em peace pipe. You've never liked me.
Oh, bud.
Don't deny it, it's true. And I don't blame you. I've been a no good backbiting fink.
Bud, that's a bit strong, don't you think?
Well, how would you put it?
I guess your way is best.
Well, I'd like to change all that. Now, I know you're stuck for an idea, and I was thinking...
Now, wait a minute, bud. I am not stuck for an idea.
I was thinking that giveaway shows are going to come back and...
I don't need anybody else's ideas that... Wait, what was that?
I had an idea for a television program. It's called the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. We hide a $1,000 savings bond somewhere, and every week on television give clues as to where it is. Now look, as you say, you don't need an idea, but let me leave this with you, and if you give it a chance, look it over. Because the meeting's in a few little while. I mean, it's soon.
Bud, what did your uncle say when you brought this to him?
I haven't told him to him, Ponty. If I did, he wouldn't listen. That's why I brought it to you.
So you haven't told your uncle?
No, Ponty. Look, if you're not interested, I'll...
Oh, well, Bud. The idea doesn't give me much nourishment, but maybe I'll give it a little bit of a think.
Feel free to use it. I have returned.
Treasure hunt. Could be. $1,000 bonds. This sort of thing needs some kind of new think. New idea.
Ponty, I'm back. I changed my mind.
Oh, Miss Pilkington.
I don't blame you for being cold to me, but I did change my mind.
About what?
About what I said in the letter.
What letter?
My letter of resignation.
Resignation from what?
The Girl Scouts of America.
Oh.
Don't you understand? I've quit, resigned, left you forever.
Why are you doing that?
Because I was hurt, humiliated, ignored, upset.
Who did that to you?
You!
Me? It couldn't have been me. I haven't said 10 words to you all week, true?
True.
Good. Now listen, Miss Pilkington,
Must you call me that? Can't you call me Rosemary?
No, and you are to call me Mr. Finch. That is until you're Mrs. Finch.
Am I really going to be Mrs. Finch?
Oh, come on, I thought we already went over that.
Well, I keep thinking maybe you forgot.
Well, I haven't. You're going to be Mrs. Finch because we're going to be married. Now, may we please discuss some important matters?
Oh, sure.
Good. Now, Miss Pilkington, I've got something I want you to hear. I've finally come up with a new idea for a television program. It's going to be called the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. The prize would be a $1,000 bond. All right, let's make that $25,000. Listen carefully, Rosemary. What would you say if we gave away $100,000? $200,000?
I don't care if you give away the whole company. I love you.
Wait, say that again.
I love you.
No, before that.
Well, I said, I don't care if you give away the whole company.
That's it! We'll give away the whole company! What a prize. Well, of course we wouldn't give away the whole company, it'd be in stock. People can't resist that these days. Oh, I've got to have more time to think this through. I've got to speak to Mr. Biggley. He's got to give me a postponement. No, I'll go see him.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thank you, Miss Pilkington.
Say, what about taking me to lunch? Nobody has to see us.
Miss Pilkington.
I'm sorry, Mr. Finch.
Purity of soul, oh, to belong in a corner his mind. Darling, absent mind. Such heaven, wearing the whitely uniform, while he goes onward and upward, happy to keep his dinner warm, till he comes wearily home from
Are you pregnant or something?
Oh, I was just, checking up some new plastic yarn. Hedy, I told you never to... What the hell do you want?
JB, do you remember the television idea I once told you about?
I told you what I thought of that treasure hunt.
I just wanted to remind you that you didn't like it.
Darling, I've told you that during office hours I can't meet with you.
I did not intend to embarrass you. I just came for a business purpose.
Business?
I wish to tender you with my resignation.
Your resignation? What are you going to do?
I'm on my way to Los Angeles. I've been offered a very suitable position there.
Los Angeles? Hedy, you can't. Tell me what this is all about.
I just got a letter from a girlfriend. She demonstrates skin creams.
Skin creams?
Yes, in those big, glamorous department stores. And she can get me a job.
But that's undignified. You can't run around demonstrating some fake goo.
It is not a fake. It is a very fine skin cream called Dermablast. Do you know what it's made from?
Please don't tell me.
It's made from shark belly jelly.
I was afraid of that. You said you wanted a career. What kind of future is there in shark bellies?
More than there is around here. Not a single guy around here will use me as his secretary. They stay away from me like I had an extremely tropical disease.
Hedy, if you could just be patient.
No! I've made up my mind. Bon voyage.
Well, good luck, dear.
Huh?
I suppose I'll manage somehow. Only, how will I spend those lonely nights?
You could stay home.
I can't stay home. I'm a married man.
You'll do all right.
Hedy, I can't live without you.
You mean that?
Of course I do. I know I seem to have everything. Old rich J.B. Biggley. Old money bags. People come to me with treasure hunts. My day is spent talking money. But what does it all mean? Nothing. Hedy, nothing means anything without you.
Now, wait a minute. Don't start getting sincere. That's not fair.
Where will I find our treasure? Like the love from a heart of gold, ever trusting and sweet, and awaiting my pleasure, rain or shine, hot or cold, wealth far beyond all measure, maybe here in my hands I hold. Ah, but where will I find that one treasure of treasure? The love from a heart of gold.
I never knew you felt that way.
No one knows this, but I'm extremely emotional.
Oh, damn it, so am I! Where will I find a treasure? Like the love from a heart of gold, ever trusting and sweet, and awaiting my pleasure, rain or shine,
rain or shine,
hot or cold,
hot or cold.
well, far beyond all measure. Maybe soon in my hands I'll hold.
Oh, I knew you'd understand.
Oh, I do. But you know, I have an idea that might solve everything.
What is it?
Why don't I be your secretary?
You're out of your mind. I mean, I have Miss Jones.
Well, I could assist Miss Jones. I could learn a lot from her. You don't want me as your secretary.
Wait, Hedy, if you could just be patient.
All right, dear, I'll be patient. I'll give you 24 hours, then it's goodbye, Wickets. Hello, Dermablast.
But Hedy, you can't just run off like this. It's not fair.
I can't. Oh, hi, Finchy.
Hi, Hedy. Where's Miss Jones? I need to speak to Mr. Biggley.
Oh, he's not doing anything. You can go in.
Oh, Hedy, are you quitting?
Unless I hear otherwise, to the contrary.
Maybe we can help each other out.
Good, let's bust out together.
I had a different idea. Hedy, let's go.
Hello? Executive washroom? Yeah, I'm down here. What? The meeting's at 4:30. Come on down, we'll make plans.
Big meeting today, huh?
Yeah.
Hear anything about what Finch is planning?
JB gave him a postponement, so we must have something. You know, fellas, I'm beginning to get a little scared of Finch.
Yeah, me too. We don't stop him soon.
We're probably with all of us working in the mailroom.
Hi, men.
Hear anything, Bud?
Chaps, our worries are over. Finch is going through with... Well, he's dead, and I'm so happy I could cry.
That's very pleasant news.
I don't know. Finch is a way of, bouncing. I wouldn't believe he was dead if it was obituary.
Ordinarily, I'd agree with you. Finch is very smart, but we mustn't forget that he's in advertising now, and that does something to men's brains. Has anybody seen my wild root cream oil?
Hiya, men.
All set for the big meeting?
Could be. Wish me luck, men.
Good luck.
Gotta stop that man. I gotta stop that man. Oh, or he'll stop me. Big deal, big rocket. Thinks he has the world in his pocket. Gotta stop that man.
Now there you are. Yes, there's that face that somehow I trust. It may embarrass you to hear me say it, but say it I must. You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet with that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth, oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. I hear the sounds of good, solid judgment whenever you talk. Yet with that bold, brave spring of the tiger that quickens your walk. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you. And when my faith in my fellow man all but falls apart, I've but to feel your hands grasping mine, and I yet with that slam, bang, tang, reminiscence of gin and vermouth. Oh, I believe in you. I believe in you.
Gotta stop that man. Gotta stop that man. Or he'll stop me. Big wheel, big fever, boiling hot with front office fever. Gotta stop that man.
I believe in you.
Don't let him be such a hero.
I believe in
Stop that man, gotta stop him. Stop that man, gotta stop him. Stop that man, gotta stop that Gotta stop that man. I gotta stop that man. Cold, or he'll stop me.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
The farmer spends his time in the fields, the laborer at his machine, and the businessman at meetings.
Gentlemen, where's Finch?
Not here yet, sir.
We'll start without him. We have a lot of other business to take care of before we come to Finch's proposal. Brat!
Oh, yes, JB.
The stuff you recommended for my crabgrass doesn't work at all.
I don't understand, JB. It worked beautifully on my lawn.
My lawn's a mess. Better come up with something new.
Right, JB.
We never have any trouble with crabgrass at our place.
What do you use?
Cement. Sorry, JB. It's just a little joke.
Gentlemen, you'll excuse my nephew. It's a combination of youth, high spirits, and extreme stupidity. Now let's see. We need to take care of the fiscal... Hello? Oh, we've been waiting on him. Send him in. It's Finch.
Gentlemen, I would like to present my new approach to wicket advertising. It's based on an idea which, in my humble opinion, is brilliant.
Sounds promising, Finch. Proceed. What the hell is that?
That is a picture of Mount Vesuvius in eruption. That gives you an idea of the sort of impact our new television program is going to have. Now, JB, an example of the sort of national publicity you can look forward to.
Oh, my.
The cover of Time. The cover of Newsweek. And finally, JB, Golfer of the Year.
Very interesting.
Now, this is a map of the potential wicket market divided into ethnic, geographic, and social groups. It shows how we are going to make a deep penetration and overwhelming saturation where those areas or where resistance has long been peakiest.
Looks good, Finch.
Thank you. Now, this is a sales chart of our past fiscal year. It shows the disastrous effect of our former advertising policy in terms of per capita consumption of wickets. Note the sharp decline from normal regularity. Down, down, down. And this is what it's going to look like when we finally get going again, as we will. Up, 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 and there you are.
Looks good, Finch. I think you've done it.
Can I ask a question, JB?
Yes.
What is his idea?
You heard him. It's a television program that's going to give us penetration and peak reaction. Sounds great, Finch. Great. Doesn't it, man?
No. I mean, what's his idea for the television program?
I don't see why you have to be so damn negative. The only things you ever come up with are lousy ideas like treasure hunts. So, Finch, what is the idea?
I don't think I'm going to tell it to you.
What did you say?
You know, JB, I always thought of you as a man of breadth and vision, a man open to new ideas. But now I don't know. I'm thrown.
By what?
The way you just spoke to Bud about his idea. You dismissed it. You see, JB, there are treasure hunts, and then there are treasure hunts. When Bud brought it to me, I thought it was a rotten idea, too.
I should hope so.
But then I remembered something. An idea in itself is nothing. It's the development that counts. Leonardo da Vinci drew up some flying sketches for a flying machine, but it took American know-how to develop them into a Boeing 707. And so I thought of that. And I took Bud's silly little idea as a challenge to me. And I said, I'm going to take this idea of Bud Frumps and defrump it. First of all, my treasure isn't going to be bonds or money. It's going to be stock. Stock! 50,000 shares of stock.
Stock in our company?
Mr. Biggley, these days people like stock more than money.
How can we issue 50,000 shares of extra stock?
That's no problem. It's a simple matter of taking the non-convertible debentures from the sinking fund, issuing stock options which are exchangeable for rights, which we then replace with warrants, and... yeah.
Tell me that again.
I can't.
It can't be done, JB.
It can't be done.
But if it could, it would create tremendous excitement.
But it can't be done.
But if it could.
But it can't.
But if it could, JB, just for one moment, say that it could be done. What is your answer?
I forgot the question.
We can't give away stock.
We give away stock dividends, don't we? Please let me go on with my presentation.
Finch, I hate giveaway shows.
So do I, JB, but the public loves them. Plus, I have a new little twist. Gentlemen, the worldwide wicked treasure girl.
What is this?
This, JB, is the secret ingredient. This, JB, is what's going to take the country by storm. I'm combining greed and sex. Can't miss. Go on, Hedy.
Hello there! I'm the worldwide wicked treasure girl. Each week, I'm going to bring you a clue as to where the worldwide treasure has been stashed.
Buried.
Oh, yeah. Buried! Sorry, this eye patch gets me mixed up. Isn't this a cute outfit? I love it!
Very nice, Miss LaRue, very nice.
Of course, Miss LaRue is only helping me demonstrate the idea. She won't be our actual worldwide wicked treasure girl.
Naturally.
When we go on the air, I was thinking we'd have someone with more of a big name personality.
Of course. Well, I'm leaving the firm anyway. Of course I wouldn't if...
Offhand, someone like Elizabeth Taylor.
Why don't you get Queen Elizabeth?
This is an American program, Bud. Now, JB, 50,000 shares of stock. A treasure girl will definitely...
JB, let this maniac off. Let's get back to our business.
Just a moment. I'll handle this. Gentlemen, Miss LaRue, Miss Jones, please get Finch and I in the room.
Fine. Take care of him. This is crazy. What about the SEC?
What about the SBC? What about the stockholders?
What about the board of directors?
What about the federal statute?
What about the Federal Trade Commission?
What about the Senate Investigation Committee?
They're all being petty.
Finch, you're a brilliant young chap, but I'm afraid you've let us down.
How, JB?
You've missed the boat. You haven't thought this out properly.
I don't understand.
Tell me, why does this treasure girl have to be a big-name personality?
Sir?
Why couldn't it be someone more identified with the company? A real
worldwide wicked girl.
Yes, maybe. Say, why not Miss LaRue herself?
Brilliant, JB, brilliant! Instead of an artificial actress, we'll use plain and simple Hedy LaRue, the girl next door. That was a great thought you just had there, JB.
It was, wasn't it?
Then it's all settled.
Just a moment, Finch. I'd like to know where the treasure's being buried.
Now, JB, this show is completely unrigged. Not even the treasure girl is going to know where the treasure's hidden.
But I'd like to know.
Okay. But this is to be a secret between you and me. I'm going to give you the first clue that the treasure girl's going to give over the air. West of the sun, west of the moon, where is the treasure? Blow me a tune.
What the hell is that?
Tough clue, isn't it? But if you will note that the first letter of each of the 4 phrases spells out WWWB, Worldwide Wicket Buildings.
You're going to hide the treasure in our buildings?
I'm going to hide 5,000 shares of stock in each of the 10 buildings across the country. It's going to create tremendous publicity.
But you'll have mobs of people running all over our buildings looking for treasure.
JB, if a man as brilliant and educated as you couldn't guess from the clue I gave you, do you expect the average viewer could?
Good point.
Gentlemen, you can come on in now.
Gentlemen, I'm thinking of moving along with Mr. Finch's proposal. However, I'd like your approval first.
Well, JB, I think it's absolute crazy motion.
I like it. We like it.
The Worldwide Wicket Company, whose slogan for over 100 years has been Worldwide Wickets for a Wider World, presents in living color, in the interest of better television programming, the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Hunt. For the opening act, we have an authentic, traditional folk dance of the bold pirate folk of the Spanish Main, danced for your pleasure by myself and the Jolly Wickets.
Time for you to walk the plank.
What the hell was that?
I tried for some production value. Give it a chance. Hedy's coming on now.
Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, the Worldwide Wicket Treasure Girl.
Well, you know, it's beginning to get to me. I'm beginning to wonder where the treasure is myself.
Yeah, where is it, Ponzi?
No one else in the world can know where the treasure's hidden but JB and myself. Right, JB?
Right, Ponzi. Shh.
Hello there. Well, I'm about to give you the first clue in the worldwide wicked treasure hunt. In 10 different places in this great country, there are buried 5,000 shares of stock, making a total 50,000 shares in all. Ooh, and now for the first clue.
The first clue.
The first clue is west of the sun.
One moment, treasure girl. This is a Bible. Will you place your right hand on it, Miss LaRue? Do you swear that there has been no fixing or rigging in regards to the show, and that the clue you are about to give is the truth? The whole truth, free from any trickery, chicanery, or dishonesty?
Is this a real Bible?
Why, of course, Miss LaRue.
What's wrong with her?
She looks surprised. She is. She didn't know about this. I wanted this part to be completely unrehearsed and spontaneous.
That could be very dangerous.
I think it's very effective.
Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue?
I do.
And secondly, do you swear that you yourself do not actually know where the treasure is hidden? Do you swear to that, Miss LaRue? Miss LaRue.
You see, we're gonna get into trouble.
Why? You and I are the only ones who know where the treasure's hidden. She doesn't know, does she?
Let's just watch the program.
Do you swear that you do not actually know where the treasure is hidden?
Look, I do not wish to take a bum rap. I will not swear false witness to perjury. I do know where the treasure is. I found out last night. There's treasure hidden in all the worldwide wicked buildings right now!
The first clue.
How to handle a disaster. In every businessman's career, there are times when things go a bit wrong. We have many suggestions for coping with these little problems. However, should you be the cause of a disaster that's really disastrous, we suggest that your best bet is to review the first chapter of this book, How to Apply for a Job.
Have you guys found Finch yet?
He seems to have disappeared.
Can't find him.
No, but we're looking for him. Haven't seen him. Where's Finch?
I don't know, Brad.
JB wants him as fast as he can find him. He's hopping mad.
Back here, you!
What are you doing?
Another one of them treasure hunters. This little nut tried to sneak past me 3 times.
This little nut is chairman of the board. It's Wally Womper.
Whoa. Chairman of the board. They all look the same to me.
No, I'm very sorry this happened, Mr. Womper. But if you call me Mr. Biggley is in his office. Luckily, they didn't wreck that. Keep looking for Finch.
Oh, hello, Rosemary. Have you seen Ponty?
No, Miss Jones, and I'm so worried about him.
Oh, so am I. He was a nice boy.
Was? What will they do to him?
I don't know, but somebody's head has to roll.
Ponty will think of something. Won't you, Ponty? You have the cool, clear eyes of a seeker of wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth. I believe in you. I believe in you. Ponty! Ponty!
I'm so glad you're here.
Where have you been?
Oh, I've been walking the streets, thinking.
You have a bruise on your head.
It's nothing. I got it last night. I was thrown out of a saloon.
Why did they do that to you?
Because I didn't buy anything.
The brutes. Why don't you go home?
No, I must face the music. Well, this is it.
The chairman of the board is in there.
I figured that.
What are you going to do?
Do? What does any man do when the world collapses around his ears? Nothing. I'm gonna go in and take what's coming to me.
But Finch, with that mind of yours...
No, Rosemary. I'm putting that mind of mine away. I'm gonna go in, make a clean breast of everything, and go back to what I was before all of this.
What were you?
An exterior decorator. Oh! There I go again! I can't even tell you the truth. I was a window washer.
So what? I don't care what you do. I'm sticking. I walked out on you once.
You did?
Well, I'm not leaving you again.
No, Rosemary, that's no life for a woman. The wife of a window washer, sitting at home, wondering if I ever landed safely.
Now listen to me, Finch!
You're wanted in the lobby.
I thought I'd wash up first.
They want you now.
Gee, can't I at least say goodbye to Rosemary?
Go ahead.
Rosemary, goodbye. But I'm sorry, Rosemary! I wish none of this had ever happened!
JB, all your key men are here. Gentlemen, you know Mr. Wally Womper, the chairman of the board.
Now, Wally, I'd like to tell you before we get started that I realize I'm the president of this company, the man who's responsible for everything that goes on around here. So I'd like to state right now that anything that happened was not my fault. You'll be happy to hear, Wally, there is a bit of good news. We've got someone to pin all this on. Where's Finch?
They're bringing him in.
Good. Now, Wally, you'll soon see where our responsibility for all of this lies. But when he gets here, I'll do all the talking, Wally. This is a very slick youngster.
He's here, sir.
Mr. Biggley.
That's enough, Finch. I'll do all the talking. Oh, by the way, you haven't met Mr. Womper yet. This is the chairman of the board.
Mr. Womper, I would like to say
That's it, Finch. It's all settled. I want you to sign a simple little letter of resignation in which you accept responsibility for everything that happened.
All right, I'll do it.
What was that?
I said I'll do what you said.
You sure this isn't one of your tricks?
No, I'm done with all of that. You see, this firm has been pretty good to me. So now I'm going to resign, take the blame, and go back to what I was before all of this.
What were you, Finch?
A window washer.
No kidding. I started as a window washer myself.
You did?
What the hell did you think I was? A rail splitter? College man. So you were a window washer?
Yes, sir, Mr. Womper.
Call me Wally.
Okay, Wally.
Tell me, Finch.
Call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. Boy, it's been a long time since I had someone around here I could talk to. How do you happen to go into this business?
I had a book.
Yeah? Me too.
Mine was on how to succeed in business.
My book was more useful. I booked bets for all the other window washes. I cleaned up the bundles. Should have stood in that business. 8 buildings wrecked. Our stock is down 5 points. We're the laughing stock of the industry.
I know, Wally. It's ghastly.
Ponty, how did this happen? I could see a college man pulling a boner like this, but not no window washer. Now, this idea of yours.
Now, wait a minute, Wally. If there's one thing I won't do, it's take credit for another man's idea. Especially if that man's the boss's nephew.
You never told me you hired your nephew.
Nephew? Oh, nephew. Well, you see, Wally, he's not really my nephew. He's my wife's nephew. I know this may seem like nepotism, Wally, but it's not. I don't show him any favoritism at all. In fact, I hate him.
But you love his ideas.
Actually, no. When Bud brought me the idea for the treasure hunt, I told him it was a lousy idea. And then when Finch brought it to me, I said it was a lousy idea. And I told Finch it was a lousy idea.
Then why did you buy it?
It seemed like a good idea.
Treasure hunts, treasure girls.
Well, dressed it all up, Wally. Finch can't deny that the idea for the treasure girl was his.
You tell me. That was my idea.
And not a bad one at that. But who the hell picked that bubble-headed tomato? Uh-huh.
Well, it's not what it looks like, Wally. She's actually a very nice girl. You should go talk to her.
I intend to. Well, I think I've got the whole picture here. Now, the question is, what to do, and who to do it to.
Wait a minute, Wally. Before you make any hasty decisions, I'd like to say a few words.
About what?
Humanity. You see, Wally, even though we're all part of this cold corporate setup, deep down inside, we're all flesh and blood. We're all brothers.
Some of us are uncles.
Now, you may join the Elks, my friend, and I may join the Diners. Still other men may carry cards as members of the Diners. Still others wear a golden key or small Greek letter pin. But I have learned there's one great club that all of us are in. There is a brotherhood of men, a benevolent brotherhood of men, a noble tie that binds our human hearts and minds into one brotherhood of men. Your lifelong membership is free. Keep giving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of men? Wally, I want you to remember that before you consider firing Mr. Biggley.
Whoa! Who's considering that?
You see, Wally, I know exactly what's on your mind. You want to clear out the whole company from top to bottom. Oh! That's the obvious move. But stop and think. Now, some may seem incompetent, and others not make sense. Still others seem like quite a waste of company expense. They need a brother's leadership, so please don't do them in. Remember, mediocrity is not a mortal sin. There we're in the brotherhood of men. They're akin to giving all we can. Oh, aren't you proud to be in that fraternity, the great big brotherhood of men?
No kidding. Is there really a brotherhood of men? On the level of brotherhood of men.
Yes, our noble tie that binds all human hearts and minds
into one brotherhood of men.
Yes, your lifelong membership is free. Keep forgiving each brother all you can. Oh, aren't you proud?
like bells are pealing down with double dealing. Oh, brother, you got me, I got you.
Hey, Smitty, any news yet?
Haven't heard anything yet. Jenkins, any news yet?
Not a thing.
Looks like a big shakeup.
Boys and girls, may I have a word? As you know, there have been a few changes made to the worldwide wickets. I am speaking to you now in my new capacity as vice president, in charge of employee morale and psychological adjustment. Oh, and Mr. Tackleberry is now in charge of personnel. Now, I'd like to hear a few words from our hard-working, hard-driving president, J.B. Biggley.
I can honestly say that Worldwide Wickets has never been better. And I feel like a lot of credit should go to a certain very bright and very loyal young man. Come on out here, Finch. Now, as some of you may know, this youngster's rise has been spectacularly rapid. At one point, I actually thought he was coming for my job. Luckily for me, I was wrong.
No. Your job is much too hard for me. But I would like to say that if any credit is due, it should go to a great man and a great humanitarian. Ladies and gentlemen, our chairman of the board, Wally Womper.
Hear, hear.
Incidentally, folks, Mr. Womper has his charming wife with him today. Let's get them both out here. Mr. and Mrs. Womper? No. Mr. Womper has informed me that he doesn't feel like making any speeches. He's still a newlywed, but I am going to make an announcement on his behalf. Mr. Womper has decided that after his long years of service as our chairman of the board, to retire and take his lovely new wife on a long honeymoon trip around the world.
Oh, sweetie, what a surprise! You didn't tell me.
I didn't know. Well, what the hell? It's not a bad idea at that. I'll concentrate on you.
So, Wally, now that you're going to be stepping down, who's going to take your spot as chairman of the board? As if I didn't know.
Hold on a moment. I'll have to consult Mrs. Finch.
Rosemary, your husband is calling you.
Rosemary, I've got a very big decision to make. They want me to become chairman of the board.
Darling, I don't care if you work in the mailroom, you're chairman of the board, or you're president of the United States. I love you.
Wait, say that again?
I love you.
No, before that.
Miss Jones, take a wire to the White House. Watch out!
The company way. Executive policy is by us okay. So for the departed we shed a mournful tear. When the company fires we will still be
I'd like to talk to everybody about how to succeed as a cast. There's been a lot of really awesome people who have put so much work into the show, and we wanted to show our gratitude for it.
First, we would like to thank some of the parents that helped out a lot with the show. Mr. Knott and Mr. and Mrs. Pubentz, please come up here. We got you gift cards to show our gratitude for everything you've done for this show. Next, we would like to thank our costumers and our choreographer, Miss Libby and Miss Kim, and Miss Heather. If y'all could come to the stage. We also got y'all gift cards, and thank you for being a part of this musical. Next, we would like to thank Mr. Dominguez for being such an awesome producer. I don't think he's here tonight, but we still would like to thank him a lot. We got him a gift card. Next, we would like to thank Mr. Black and Mr. Buffalo. We heard that y'all have kind of a bromance. So we got y'all the same thing. We got y'all matching Star Wars merchandise. And a Jimmy Changa's gift card. Next, we would like to thank Miss Blakey for being such an awesome choir director. We got you a bag, and it says, "Warning, beware of choir director." I absolutely love it. And we got you a mug and a gift card for you and your husband. Next, we would like to thank Cece. You're such an amazing director. We got you an avocado tote with your name on it. We also got you a pink shirt. With glitter letters, more blush, as well as a wine glass.
An apple juice glass. An apple juice glass.
And from all the techies here tonight, we would like to thank Mr. Boone for being such a wonderful tech director. We got you a very big picture of the techs and all of your favorite people, and we all signed it, and it's the big how to succeed at being a tech. Thank you guys so much for coming tonight. Hope to see you next year. Seeker of a wisdom and truth. Yet there's that upturned chin and the grin of impetuous youth.
coffee break. My coffee break. My coffee break. If I can't take my coffee break, something within me dies.
Dies out and something within me dies.
If I can't make 3 daily trips, we're shiny shrine, the 9 drips, and taste cardboard between my lips, something within me dies.
Dies out and something within me dies.
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee!
No coffee! No coffee!
That office light doesn't have to be fluorescent. I'll get no pains in the head. That office chair doesn't have to be foam rubber. So if I spread, so I spread. But only one chemical substance brings out the lead.
Like she said.
If I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break. If I can't take my coffee break, gone is the sense of enterprise. Well, here it is, 5 p.m., the finish of a long day's work, and there they are, both of them, the secretary and the clerk. Not very well acquainted, not very much to say, but I can hear those 2 little minds ticking away. Now she's thinking,
I wonder if we take the same bus.
and he's thinking,
There could be quite a thing between us.
now she's thinking,
He really is a dear.
and he's thinking,
But what of my career?
and she says, and he says,
Well, it's been a long day.